Hey guys, Dr. Berg here. I want to talk about the 3 weird causes of fatigue. Now, there's actually more causes of fatigue, and I've listed most of the common ones that are not weird, but there's 3 that are very, very strange. You know, I would never guess them in a million years, but being in practice for a long time, 27 years, these things just keep coming up. So I want to bring them up and talk about them. But let's talk about the non-weird causes of fatigue that you probably already know. Poor sleep or lack of sleep. Of course, you're going to be tired from that, right? But let's go a little bit deeper. What causes a sleep problem? If you've watched my videos, you probably know this, but adrenal stress will do it. Your bladder waking you up, going to the bathroom several times a night will disrupt your sleep. And sinus problems from sleep apnea. Try to sleep if you can't breathe. It's not going to work. Digestion. Try to, eat too much at night and then try to rest. You can't, because a lot of the nervous system that's affected into the gut goes right up to the brain, and it keeps your head very, very, uncomfortable, and your neck muscles very uncomfortable. So what I did is I listed down below in the description what to do for each one of these. Adrenal, we would just support the adrenal. Bladder, you want to actually fix insulin resistance, because that's what's behind a lot of bladder problems, unless it's prostate related. And I talk about that down below. Sinus, you also want to work on the insulin resistance for that. A lot of swelling will come down. And then digestion, there's some ideas down below, okay? So poor sleep, very common. Slow thyroid, that'll make you tired too. Hypothyroid, but most thyroid problems are not primarily coming from the thyroid. They're secondary to either a gallbladder or liver problem, okay? So let's say you're bloated, you're constipated, and you had your gallbladder removed. Well, guess what? Your thyroid, you can't convert T4 to T3. You can't make that conversion. So even though if you're taking thyroid hormones, you don't see the benefit. So that's a big cause. And then high estrogen from an overactive ovary will do it. A lot of people are estrogen dominant, and there's a solution for that too. But when you have high estrogen, that can inhibit the thyroid. I put some links below on what to do for these. Okay, so now let's talk about the kind of the strange, weird causes of fatigue that people don't realize. Old head injuries, okay? I'll never forget. I had a patient come in, and she's so tired. It's crazy. She's always tired. We've tried everything. Her diet's perfect. She's trying to sleep, but it's not working. And then I says, when did the fatigue start? She says, when I was 13 years old. I said, what happened at 13? Right before the fatigue, she goes, I was involved in a car accident. We hit head on, and something hit my head or whatever, and I think the windshield. And then ever from that point on, she's been tired, okay? So a head injury will cause you to be fatigued, especially in your head. So if you're tired chronically, you want to ask yourself, what part of your body is fatigued? Is it your head? Is it your body? Is it your eyes? Did I have a trauma in that body part, right? So there is a technique down below that I put down for injury to the head. So if you've had an injury to the skull, there's some things you can do with acupressure to release some of the trauma, okay? I put that down below. So, but that will just keep your head really kind of heavy and tired. Viral, okay, low immunity. So let's say that you were in high school and you had mono. Mono is a virus, and mono basically makes you very, very tired. Well, guess what? You can't kill viruses. They come out of remission and go into remission depending on your stress level and the adrenals. So let's say that you're 50 years old, right? You're way past the time where you got infected. Well, the virus can go out of remission and create fatigue, chronic fatigue. Not necessarily an infection, but just chronic fatigue. So if this is the case, what you would want to do is watch the video down below, and I show you how to address probably one of the most common causes of fatigue, which should be mono. Now, we're not actually getting rid of a virus. There's just a technique to help put it in remission. It's almost like, I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to say do it and see if your energy comes up. And if it does, great. Okay, so it's just working on the immune system. But that can make you tired, especially if you're under chronic stress. Okay. The last thing, which is it's actually quite common, a problem with the ovary. If your menstrual cycle is not smooth and light, and it's kind of heavy, and you have menstrual issues, let's say you have an ovarian cyst, whatever, that really can make you tired. In fact, hormonally, it can actually make people have the blues, depressed, that time of the month, PMS, so it can affect you emotionally. So your physical body can affect you emotionally. And if you're feeling the blues, okay, depressed, it's going to feel exactly like fatigue. Okay, so you're going to say, I'm tired, but really it's an emotional effect from this hormone imbalance. So these are just things that I'm broadening your viewpoint to look at every possible reason why you might be tired so we can correct it. So I put some links below on what to do with each one of these. All right? Thanks for watching.